So that was an eventful first game. First half, should I mean, for the World Cup, because I'm recording this on the Sunday. You'll be seeing this on the Monday, when England have played. The game should just be over. I made my predictions probably in the comments of the last video, because of course I don't want to make predictions now, because you guys will mug me off for being completely wrong. As hopefully we get it right here with the town. As yes people, welcome back to episode number 4 now of season number 6 of this Grimsby Town to Glory FIFA 23 career mode here on the MWS channel. If you are new around here, of course, I know there's a World Cup tournament going on at the moment, but I really do appreciate you being here. And of course, if you do enjoy the content, leave it a big fat like. See the previous videos if you want to know what's happening before this one, and subscribe if you are new around here. We're on the race to 9,000/8,300. I'm pretty sure the next milestone is. As spoiler alerts on screen, we are 3rd in the league, as we do play a team just very close to us who are top. 4 points off Michael Carrick's Middlesbrough, and we travel to the Riverside to start our journey off today. As the rest of the games, we did look last episode out, look kind of tasty as well. We've got Burnley, of course, away from home in the same week. They're not going to be a blowover at all. As Reading, we have Peterborough, Pompey and Portsmouth. So there's a couple of potential banana skins in there. We are going to play the first 3, I'm pretty sure, and simulate the last 3 before we start next episode with West Bromwich Albion, who you can see sits second at the time, of course, before we've played 6 extra games. So there is quite a while before we get to that point. And we've got to kick on from the off today. I don't know, we actually did suffer some injuries, I'm pretty sure. As you've shown real potential, Ben Wade, to stay in this team. I know what Diarra can do, is a good set piece taker. Big player is Liam Cox, but I don't know him going straight back into the team. As Felix Cook probably does. The players have had a little bit of a rest, but you can see it's still not entirely fully fit. And this is a midweek game, but this is a very important one, so it's come at potentially the wrong time. These 2 games in this same week is difficult, as we're going to go with Luke Southwood in goal to pull us through. We've got Dylan Pritchard, Andrea Papetti, Liam Lindsay, Liam Scales and Anthony Glennon as captain at left wing back, with Flynn Downs and Felix Cook supporting Reggie Stone, who himself supports Christian Saidi and Ben Wayne, who isn't scoring as much as Christian at the moment. He is on fire. And Ollie Oath off the bench, thumbnail star of the last episode, didn't do too bad for himself, as we need to keep on going. And let's have a look at the Borough lineup. They've got Gabriel Sologna in goal, Chelsea goalkeeper who was at Chicago Fire, I'm pretty sure. Isaiah Jones, Dyke Steele, Matt Clark, Darren Leahan and Mark Bowler at left wing back, with Targaline in the midfield, Nagy and Riley McGree with 4s, and Hop up top. Got to admit, it's got a bit of a ring to it, as hopefully 3 points for us has a ring to it at the end of this game. When we're saying it in the press conference, as Reggie Stone to start us off with the ball right here into Christian Saidi. Around the corner into Felix Cook, who taps one now into Dill Pritchard to come forward slightly. Still not going to get ahead of myself. Give it back into Cookie. Now on to Stone, who gives it into Flynn Downs. We've got a man coming out to us. It's a very defensive formation. I know I'm saying that with 5 at the back myself, but for top of the league, having 3 in the midfield and 1 sitting with 5 behind, it's working, I guess. Trying to implement some mind games towards Carrick's men as Liam Scales. Oh, he's took a knock right there, and that looks like a couple of weeks he'll be out for. They've only conceded 7 goals. As I'm really worried about Liam Scales. He's been decent at the start of this season. Of course, we do have other centre-backs, but it's not something you wish on your players. As he's going to be coming off, as here's Nagy with a run through the middle. We've got to try and get across to him. Ball's in towards Scales. Substitution will go through. It's going to be Godwin shuffling the defence all up one so he can come at the right side. There's the right-hand side here, and Pritchard has to watch his man. Beautiful going forward and does well defensively. It's not bad at all as Papetti watches the man in the middle. Brilliant read as now He'll give it forward through that gap into Flynn Downs and runners forward, Ben Waine. And we've got Stone at the side of us who feeds Pritchard down this wing. That's a beautiful 2 touches from him, but still the cross can't beat. Leahan in the defence as Cookie now onto Flynn Downs. He's got a bit of a gap. Testing the keeper. It's one Solonia had to save as Cookie coming across. And now they have the ball in the centre of the park as they've got a one through that gap. They've got another one through. Godwin doesn't get there. And it's hammered over Southwood's net. Them trying to test us now. Still, not much going for either side as it stands. Goal-wise, I mean, it's been quite dull on chances as we tried to get a pass off there. Ben Waine does win his header down into Flynn Downs as Gleno go for a 1-2. There we go as Ben Waine's down as well. That's another injury. We've just had players returning from it as we tried to get the run. The disguised run with Pritchard heading towards half-time. He'll keep that pressure on and he'll get rounded by Matt Bowler. Got to defend us. Oh, referee, we just got the ball. Oh, well, I mean, it is 0-0 with top of the league as it stands, but it is early days, so I'm not really treating them as title contenders the same way I'm not treating ourselves, as I'm going to go with Olaof off the bench. I know he's got the pace. And Coxey, yes, I trust him, but he's not a scorer, and we need a scorer. It's level. Quite prolific at the moment, Olaof, when he's on the field, as I know there was a lot of caution, shall we say, in the comments about signing a 70 rated when we're trying to, of course, get promotion, but just got to trust that process. We can't get the most expensive still. I know we're getting high budgets, but it's hard to get a good striker to come to us when we're still struggling a bit as Southwood with the save. It's not great, and Godwin off the bench has let them get a goal. That is shocking. Hop with an easy one. I'm sorry, but I don't think it's good defensively at all. We came out and made the save, but Godwin tried to turn. And why would you try that? Absolutely shocking as Christian Saidi across the middle now onto Olaof. As Olaof's going to keep the ball. He's going to play it now. Saidi to go all the way backwards into Godwin. Need to try and get around them somehow as Felix Cook can't even get his pass off. Come on, boys. We've got to liven up a bit more than this. As Reggie Stone holds it in the middle round the corner into Saidi. Now onto Cook. He's going to look out wide. Can we swing this ball into anyone in particular? It's towards Olaof, who doesn't really get the jump. As we get another jump there. Reggie Stone to pick up on it. We're keeping possession a bit more now. Well, we've kept possession all game. It's Godwin's fault so far. I don't know what is up with him. There's a ball through there. Olaof. He's got Gleno running down that line. He needs to chip it over to him. As he does, Gleno, come on. I know he's a bit tired, but that's a ball you've just got to try and give it your all to get as Lindsay gets that in the middle. On to Cookie. Now Diarra, who came off the bench with Coxey. We've had to rest Saidi for the next game as there's a run in front of us. That took so long to pass the ball. Plus it was the wrong player, Diarra. Not a fan of your antics right there, as he was usually good at delivering us. Now we need to get that Godwin through the middle. That's a good turn from Diarra, and now we go with Flynn Downs through that gap. Coxey making a run. Can he be the difference maker here? He doesn't even get the shot off. It falls to Felix Cook, who tries as well. Matt Clark is in the way. Honestly, come on, boys. We deserve something from this game. We'll take a point. We'll take a point as it stands. As Coxey now into Diarra. Olaof. He's got some pace to try and get around the defence a bit. We've got his own man in his way. From how we've gone about as business to this, I'm really not impressed by this performance. As they've got the ball in the middle and we're sending players forward. So now they've got a chance round the side. We don't have the time as it's a 1-0 defeat to Borough. You can see why they've started the league as they have. As a mistake. It was a mistake that led to their goal. That's the worst thing. We have to hugely be better than we were there, as we've got to see these injuries as well. Ben Waine 5 days, Scales 5 days, so they're not crucial, but they're all both out for Burnley. As I've got to be honest, I shouldn't have picked you, Cookie. I do really rate you as a player, but that was a poor performance. And I'm going to say the same to Coxey. He missed that chance at the end. Disappointed with them both. So we've had to change the team up for Burnley as we drop to 4th. We don't want to spiral out of control with this. We want to keep level-headed. And we need to bounce back with a win, as I've rotated the team after that one. Because although we put up a fight, I wasn't impressed. It sees Alex Mowat come in, Eccles come in, Lindsay starts, Shepherd is going in the middle. I like his stats, and I love that he's 5-star weak foot, so he's a central centre-back in a 5. As Pritchard moves over to Gleno's position, Olaof starts up front for an injection of pace with Saidi. And they are the rotations I'm making. Of course, Matty Pollock, Scales and Wayne are injured. Godwin's replaced on the bench by Bobby Dennis. I just think that's a crucial mistake. And we should have learned a long time ago, last season, that we cannot make those. As I'm going to take Moa off captaincy as well. I don't think he's a captain. I think not Shepherd as well. I think Lindsay is. He's the most experienced and one of the oldest players in the team. As we've got Matty Pollock returning at least. And Saidi says he wants to play. I've already thought about that and you are in the team, mate. As let's see if we can do it at Turf Moor. Nice to arrive here and hopefully we can leave here happy this time with Edson Martins in goal. Ben Johnson, Popov Zorbadia the captain. Kim Jin-soo with Ricky Puig, Florentino in the defensive roles. Manuel Costello, Robertone, the Argentine in cam supporting Yadziki the Turk. That's a solid team. I cannot lie, I think Company's got a better team than we do on paper, and I think they've got a better team than Middlesbrough, which of course we just did get beat by, so we've got to be on us best here. Really hoping we can be, as we lost possession, but gonna get it back as Eccles with a little bit of a spin in the centre. Now on to Christian Saidi, who needs a bit of support. Can he get it at all? He's not really, so he'll pass it back into Alex Moa, who's going to go through that gap himself. There's a run on the outside, but we're still going to battle through the middle. Reggie Stone, let's fly. Let's admit, though, it wasn't great as we've won that header. Straight back down to ourselves as Alex Moa's going to turn back and keep this ball. Flynn Downs round that corner into Reggie. Tried to shake it off, but couldn't as well. As now we've lost it. And a tackle comes in from Tommy Shepherd. Now he can run forward and he gets it down the line into Josh Eccles. Josh Eccles to deliver in. That's a good one to the back post. Ollie Oaf's waiting. Unlucky. No fault in trying that, as here is Lindsay trying to dribble away. I don't know why the centre-back's trying that. Why do his players not like to release the ball? As Pritchard goes along the back. I don't mind that because it's got us out of trouble, it seems. As Alex Moore, I just had to get that out wide. That was just a ball. The final ball again. Wouldn't have been the final ball. I don't think we're going to run it, but it was an important one as Yaziki taking it on. And I thought Southwood was letting that go past him then. I mean, he did eventually get the save, and I'm happy about that, as now a corner to be delivered in. Need to win this header as we do, but it falls back to them. Shot in and blocked again. Yaziki was the man to pull the trigger as we've got to win that header. We do finally get it out of play as it's out for a throw-in. At least we cleared it. Got to work on getting rid of the ball out of his area. It's something I always call Grimsby in real life on. The ability to get rid of the ball out of the area and clear of the edge of the box. As now Reggie Stone gets a bit of a lucky bounce to him here. He's got a run over the top from Christian Saidi in a foot race as he wins it. Defenders going away from him. Ole Jofs at the other side. If he can get that header, as what a block. Defender does so well to jump at that, as now Florentino across the back line. Alex Moore back in the team with a decent read as that's gone through the middle, and it's not gone to any of his players as now we've lost it again. Coming across Alex Moore as it's gone through the middle. It'll go out wide as now Ben Johnson back into the middle. That's an easy ball for Yaziki. We're watching the man in the middle. It's chipped. You're joking me. Andrea Papetti let it go in. The entire reason I let the goalkeeper run out is because we had cover on the line. And guess what? That cover can't do their job. Papetti, the Italian, pathetic. As now we're going to trail Burnley at the break. And honestly, we don't deserve it. They've had chances, but we don't deserve to be behind going into the little break we have. Got to make sure we get it right second half. Because truthfully, not good enough at all. As Papetti with a little bit of a dribble. And we've got runners in front of us. As Flynn Downs was making a run himself. Unlucky, couldn't get that away as Saidi with a decent tackle. Can see he's still scrapping for it. He is just a player that will give everything for this club. Literally dominated possession as well as Pritchard. Oh my. I know he's a youngster, I can't get too angry, but he's better than that as Flynn Downs. You're better than that! This team! What is going on? Genuinely getting very frustrated as Coxey fights for the ball back. Saidi making a run in front as he doesn't get onto that. It's because both games that we've played, we're 1-0 down in them both, and we have not deserved to be. It's a mistake from Papetti, who's come out of line again and made another error. I just don't get it. As back line, that's the players that we have strongest in the lineup. We've got 70 rateds all over the shop, but they never do well. As here is Reggie Stone running at them, tries to cut in, horrible touch. As I genuinely don't have a fix. It doesn't matter what players we have in. Flynn Downs is making errors. Gyökeres didn't work for us. It's not about the play, it's just about how the team works together. As yes, Gleno made a run, but we're going to avoid that and we're going to go for what I thought was the decent choice. But again, through balls not ever working for us. They just do not work. They work for the opposition like that. As Yaziki, another chip, another goal. This team needs to just get a grip. It's honestly a horror show. A horror show from the Mariners. We came out to block it, easily got chipped. I guess we've just got to go again. As come on, we made a substitution in the meantime. As look at that, they've just robbed us straight away. We do not look like a team. Liam Cullen was the man to come on for side E. As Coxey, they're chasing us all over the park. As here is Liam. He needs to squeeze that ball through if he can, and I think he's offside, Reggie. I think he is. Is he? Or is it actually a corner? I thought it was miles off. It's a corner. Okay, I've made a mistake. And we should have done better from that. Okay. Maybe it's my fault as well. As Diarra to whip this one in towards Papetti, who definitely needs to redeem himself sometime soon. Flynn Downs can't beat his man. It's going to be full time any moment now as Manuel's got an injury. Chasing the ball down with Alex Moore, who's been non-existent as well. As we've been nilled again. 2 horror shows. It's honestly not going his way at all, but it's got to change against Reading. We're 6th. We're hanging on to the playoffs now above the rivals. And of course, we've got 3 simulations to go against lower teams, which usually don't end well, to be fair. A change-up happening in the defence again. Papetti coming out, because that was pathetic, I've got to say. Even though his stats are decent. Pollock coming in. Shepherd stays in. He wasn't actually that bad. He was one of the better ones there, the Youth Academy graduate. Liam Scales comes back in because he was doing well. Gleno back in, Pritchard back at his side, Eccles straight out, Cookie's getting a chance, and Ben Wayne straight away back. So Reading, we have got to beat them. They're on 12 points. Got to turn it around. As Reading's team travelling from the Majewski, Jokul Anderson, Kelvin Abrifa, Robert Thomas, Tom McIntyre, a good player, Tom Holmes and Guinness Walker at wing-back, Kun, Tetek and Kamara in the midfield, with Emerson and the number 35. Maybe Southwood could have told me before the game how difficult their striker's name will be to pronounce, but we'll let him off with it, shall we? As long as we get 3 points here and get back on the march and the surge up the table again, because we've fallen too far for my liking. Yes, we weren't in the playoffs at all last time out in the last season, but we've got to be this season as a minimum. We've got to be. As Ben Wayne with the ball right here. We're putting the pressure straight on them as Pritchard with a little turn in the middle. That's a good disguised pass. And 1-0. 7 minutes it's took. Finally a goal comes straight at the start of today as Christian Saidi has it. That's what we needed from him. That's what we've been missing. Now, no errors, more goals. More of that, please. Don't want to repeat at all, thank you very much, as Matty Pollock with a swift header away. Love that, as he cuts inside of his man. Passes it down the line. Now Flynn Downs through that middle onto Christian Saidi. Ben Wayne's alongside him, and a little ball roll and gives it down the line into Pritchard now. As here he is, Dylan Pritchard, who's going to jog backwards. Do we have a pass open? Anyone? Anyone? We'll keep on going and backheel that into Cookie, who's going to get that through the middle. That's a good tap on, and Saidi goes around the corner. It falls still to Reggie Stone, who'll deliver it onto the edge. Now we've got a man here, and Cookie tried to get it through the bodies. Still not won. Got it now into Cookie again. Just wide. Unfortunate with that one, as now they've got a little bit of a run on at us. As Kuhn with the ball out wide into Arbefa, one of the fullbacks, into the middle. We do not want to be conceding to Reading. No offence to Royal fans, but that's a good sliding challenge. Still not away. Edge of the box slightly. Coming across to make a tackle as they've rounded us. But we do get the ball again. Pritchard down this line. A little bit of a ball roll, trying to get an option. A horrific challenge on him, but he's got back up from it. Admire that. As here he is. That's the Grimsby grit you get. As another ball, please. There we go. Into Reggie. Ben Wayne not making the runs I wanted him to. But still, we've got the ball down the line. And unlucky. That just needed to go inside. But still, very, very promising from us. As Cookie now into Reggie. He's going to shoot. And a lucky deflection. Just have to keep on going, I guess. As Pritchard into Cookie again. Here's Reggie Stone. Putting it into the path of Gleno. First touch. And a delivery. Looking for Christian Sidey. That's a brilliant header from Flynn Downs. And Cookie just needed a bit off that. One day he'll score one. Unfortunately, always rising as Tommy Shepherd to keep hold of that ball right there. Into Reggie Stone. Ben Wayne making a run forward. If we can reach him with that pass as we do. Bamboozled the defender. And that's two. Ben Wayne. Brilliant work. I've got to admit, I don't think the ball was the best, in fact. But Ben Wayne got on the end of it, tricked the defender, and we have a 2-goal lead. This is more like it, Mariners. Just a beautiful touch inside, and a blast to the left-hand side of the keeper. We're having a blast against the strugglers Reading. Reckless against the Royal Reading. Beautiful half. Stripes are down by 2-0. Or actually, where the Stripes at? They're the hoops, I guess. Yeah, we'll go with the hoops as we need to just carry on the form that we've kept up. As Cookie straight on the ball. We want more. We want a turnaround result. Not just another win to jump us back on it. We want an emphatic one to really show the league that we've got it in us to try and do well as Ben Wayne gets a P-roller in the bottom corner for 2. Straight away in this second half. That's what I wanted. That's a finish and a half. Just a little dink from fellow striker Christian Sidey in behind the back. And it wasn't a clean hit. Might have come off the shin. But they all count. As we've made some changes as well. Diarra coming on. And we've gone ahead and put Coxey on as well. Or not Coxey actually. Ollie Oath, wasn't it? Yeah, we've gone to see if the speedster works in this one against these strugglers. As he almost got past his man right there. Used to playing in London, of course. Even though we are at home at this one. A bit of a useless stat that I've given right there, as we should get this throw in straight away, straight into Cookie. Get that ball around the corner, straight into Ollie Oath, and there's Pritchard. He is always there for someone to pass it to, try to whip it in. Guinness Walker with the block, he tries again. It's a good one towards Diarra, keeps it in, back played, and that's 4! That's Ben Wayne's hat-trick! And that is a perfect little move. Never mind confined spaces, look at this. Kept it in. Got it into Wayne, and Diarra take a lot of credit. Same, of course, with Pritchard, as always, as that's a superb strike. Might have seen Josh Eccles come on as well in the meantime. 4-0. This is a result as it stands, as get that down the line. Ben Wayne is going to cut back a little bit, be unselfish. Ollie Oath looking for a goal of his own, as I'm not going to take Ben Wayne off even after the hat-trick. I'm going to be selfish. We've got a week's break. I want to see more. As Diarra to whip this ball in towards him, I think. Scales needs to try and keep that alive. He tries to. Only as far as Eccles. Pass behind Pollock, but he still gets it with a perfect pass into Ben Wayne again. Who went for it again. It's telling us really to make that change. I'm sorry. Whoever's telling me needs to just sit back down. Whichever coach it is. As Diarra. Look at the gap. Why is no one in it? I want a bit more. We should have been there, as that's a brilliant header as well. Straight into the path of Ollie Oath, as now into Flynn Downs. On to Ben Wayne. Prove why we don't take you off, as that's just a little nick on that stopped it being a perfect pass through. As of course, clean sheets are important. They've not been in this game at all. Do not bottle this clean sheet, lads. They've got to run through the middle. Who's got on it? And Southwood off the line. To deny his former teammate, as that's a blast straight forward. And that is the end of the game. Not only have we bounced back with a win, 4-0. We've proven a point. We've got a hat-trick hero in there, sure. But the whole team played well. That's a response. Good response. Fifth in the league. A point into the playoffs as Peterborough are up next. And we've got a lot of scout reports back. I don't really want to reveal them, but of course, I'm not going to stop you from pausing it if you really want to spot it for yourselves. Potential signings, as I could do with an extra left wing back. Louis Reeves does look good with the top knot as well. As how many points have Peterborough got? They've got 14. Just a little bit better than Reading. As I think after an emphatic 4-0 result, you can't really change the team. Yes, that means Papetti stays out. Lindsay's still in the reserves with Godwin. He's not the only centre-back down there. Pritchard has to stay in, as I really do want this to be the start of something special. We go to Peterborough. We get another win. Yes, we do, as Cookie with Wayne getting on the score sheet. Robinson getting 1 for them. Win is a win. Win is a win, as there's an international break right here before Pompey and Coventry actually in the same week now. There's more scout reports. Owen Freeman, another left wing back. That must have been a long scout report, that one. Because since then, we've seen one through his own academy. Just talking about England beating Scotland. That's nice. Portsmouth on 10 points. Not even that nice as well, as I've just bit the inside of my cheek. But hopefully, the boys can make me feel better from the pain as Fratton Park awaits. Come on. We're doing well in the league. I haven't checked the position as it's a 2-0 win, this one. Kamara actually missing a penalty. Of course, he scored an important goal against us before. But Saidi and Wayne see us over the line. As league-wise, after them 2 wins, we do sit comfortable in the playoffs. Burnley, same amount of points, but played a game more. And as goal difference is actually doing as well this season. Look how low Fulham are. And look how low Norwich City are in 17th position. Coventry, who we have next, 8 points. Bottom of the league. We've got to capitalise on these boys. Don't be one of them games. As we are still only 5 points off the top, so we're not too far gone. Of course, 3 points off West Brom, who we play not next, but after Coventry. Same week, really. Bristol City are up here. Nottingham Forest steaming forward, but they've played a game extra than us. So we're in a very good position. As with them sitting on 8 points, and the team a little bit tired after that one, maybe I take this as a chance to rotate again. We might go with that as his back line. Of course, I'm not rotating goalkeeper. Sorry, Allsop. I know you're such a good player in the past. As we're going to go for Oleof. No, I'll go for Cox. He's higher rated. With Wayne. Not many wholesale changes, but changes nevertheless, because we need to freshen things up from time to time. So, Coventry, please. We're at home. It's a draw. Of course, it's Tavares, the player that I look at all the time, and Papetti, the centre-back, back in the team and trying to get a place in it full-time again. After he scored a brilliant header before, and he scored again here. But it's not enough. I mean, it's not the worst. As that result, 5th still. We've got a game in comfort over the outside of the playoff spots, I'll say. The best of the rest. Huddersfield doing quite well for themselves. Still scouting a lot of players myself before we go into West Brom next episode. But I think I've got all the games done. One thing I do want to check before we end, 190k on wages, is 1 player loans and 2 player contracts. As you can see, a lot of players will be running out very soon. A lot of players, including the likes of McAtee and Harry Clifton, Saidi, Pritchard, Gleno, Tommy Shepherd. It's not very nice, as I'm going to check the loans, of course. Like I said, Ed Knowles has gone up to 70. Kian Palmer, 66. Niall Mann doesn't really progress. It's just game time. Dominic Knight, 64. Goodwin stayed at 68. Bryn Powell, 65. In Villarreal's B team he went to. Willis, 66. Of course, Cookie's at us. Efforty's still on our books somehow. Sorry, Mish, but you won't be here next season. Ed Knowles. Do like how he has progressed. Of course, not going to recall. We've got Denny still at the club. But decent to see. Contracts is what we've got to do next time out, though. But unfortunately, thank you guys for watching. But this is the end of the episode. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. All that good stuff before the next episode, which will be, of course, tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, guys. In a bit. And peace.